Hey, how you doing?
Bella. Alexis.
John, and we're coming to you guys from episode 2, giving you a couple of different looks, different background, but we're coming to you guys from Move In Next in Madrid Entertainment Studios, and we're excited to get this episode rocking and rolling, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I think so.
Hey, I'm gonna go like this a couple times.
This is Bella's bowl.
Bella's bowl.
I got
Let me
one.
move this out of the way for you, so we're gonna put it back in there. Remember, guys, secrets at nevertellsecrets.com, so we can have more of these stories here.
It says, my boyfriend wets the bed. What do I do?
Does it say how old he is?
No old, no age. It says boyfriend, so I'm assuming it's either his girlfriend or, maybe his
Do you have
boyfriend.
the description of the story?
Oh, yes, I do actually.
I was like, she asked, I'm like, you put him in there. So she's gonna read us the story about the boyfriend who wets his bed. And
A
the
grown
girl-
man.
A grown man, and the girl saying, what do I do? Well, leave his ass, first of all. I'm just kidding.
Like, why isn't he the one asking for help? Why does she
Yeah.
go?
Because maybe his
Does he have a
mommy
metaphor?
told him.
His
Maybe his mommy was like, it's okay, everybody does. No, they don't. But let's hear the deets, okay? So we can give our
Okay.
2 cents on
Yeah.
the drama.
Title, boyfriend went to bed, what do I do? Me, 24 female, boyfriend, male 26, has been wetting the bed recently and I don't know what to do about it. First of all, I know he struggled with it until he was in late elementary school, but since then, he says it hasn't been an issue until recently. He has no explanation for it other than, I must have had too much milk to drink.
Milk ain't got nothing to do with it.
Like what?
Aw.
I can have tons to drink before bed and still go up and pee like adults do. The worst part is he doesn't even get up to clean it and change the sheets. I have been the one to do the cleanup his fucking pee. He's a grown man. This just feels unacceptable and I'm so over it. Is this worth breaking up over? I feel like I can't because we have a young son together and this is beyond unattractive. What do I do or how do I make it stop?
Make it stop.
He's a dad.
He's a
He's also a
dad.
grown-ass man.
26.
26 years old. Okay, well, I mean, give your 2 cents first.
I'm like flabbergasted. Cause I think, have you ever had one of those nights, and I might at myself, but like
What do you
if
mean?
you,
Probably not.
like I have seen, experienced people who get wasted, like blackout, drunk, wasted, off their mind, and they pee themselves while they're
That-
asleep, so it's
That
like,
I've seen. I've
Yes.
never done.
Well,
I think that guy probably. No,
I know, she brought it up. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
But it's like, 'cause I've seen that, and so it's like, maybe he just has some deep sleep issues and he can't get up and go to the bathroom. But it's also like, you are a grown ass man. Get
That's
up and
true.
go to the bathroom.
Like, if it's been a problem, like she said, since elementary school, why
Yes.
has he not gotten
Be
checked?
concerned about it.
Because he could have bladder incontinence, or because
Yeah.
that's like a medical issue,
Exactly.
But also, men don't go to the doctor unless they're
Unless
dying.
they're
Like, literally, yeah. He probably just thought, my girlfriend,
Yeah.
she changed the sheets when I pee, so it's no big deal.
That's his new mommy.
But they have a son, so like she's having to clean up 2 pisses.
People.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna give a different 2 cents, right? And we'll obviously keep talking about the whole thing. So and not to pull the card, but to pull the card, the psychological aspect.
Okay.
Because what I heard from the story is he had the issue up till late elementary, and then he went a long time, let's just call it remission, for lack of a better term, and then recently started having it. So maybe
He went into a pee remission.
I mean, you gotta think about it, because that's typically tied to trauma. Like somebody being really scared,
That is.
or just scared can be like scary movie scared, or I'm scared of my life scared, or maybe they just went through. Maybe he just recently, maybe they're, he's scared of them breaking up, or they just recently got engaged. Even though it's unrelated,
He's scared of her.
He's scared of something. Something's bothering him, and is self-conscious. Where in his sleep, if he's not wasted,
Well, they
which-
have a young son, so that's a big life change.
How old is the son? Maybe we need to ask. It doesn't say.
No, it just says we have a young son.
Well, young.
Young, I'm assuming under 6, 7, 8 years old.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
probably
say-
like toddler.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say young for me would be 2, 3 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you
That's
don't
fresh.
have kids yet, but we have kids. It's stressful when they're in there.
That
There's
shit
a
would save
reason.
your life. had to let go as a child, I'd bring it back.
Yeah.
Like subconsciously, like that's like my comfort is my peace spot. Like that's like warm for me.
Well, at least not in the bed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have an idea when we're dreaming, right? You might be dreaming and it feels real, but sometimes you get that consciousness of the dream and say, man, I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
This isn't real right now. Or if you're really, really scared, wake up, wake up. You know, whatever's going on, right?
Yeah.
But Alexis, what do you think she should do? I mean, because she's asking, what do I do? Do I break up with them?
Yeah.
Do I do what? I mean,
No.
I mean, my thing, don't ask me for relationship advice because one thing about me, I'm a leave. Like over the smallest shit.
not even. He sneezes, I'm out.
I'm out. Because how did you sneeze? Did you go, like done? Like done. I don't like that.
That's
Ew.
so cringe.
You know what I mean? But like a lot of people do that. And then also you like a girl's picture, we're done. Like over, you know, so like it's not the pissing the bed because like you said, it could be like a trauma related thing, but it's the fact that he himself doesn't clean it. He makes you clean it. Like, you know, like y'all said, like his mommy, like absolutely not. Accidents happen, you know, and nobody's perfect. Like I said, he could have bladder incontinence. He can't control that.
One of the things that's important to interject on the point she says there, he needs to acknowledge it. Because if he's not cleaning it or attempting to help to clean it, that means he pisses the bed. Poor guy. We're sorry. If you guys are struggling with that, the step number one in reality is acknowledging it. Don't be, I mean, the embarrassment level is the same unless he has no shame and pisses the bed and says, you know what? There's my peed underwear too. Goes to sleep, wakes up, and he should be wearing a diaper to bed. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
That's tip number two. If he's in denial, then just buy him a box of Depends. And then just let it go if you really love the man.
Yeah,
but, you know, at a certain point. But, but definitely put a bed liner on your bed because you don't want to ruin the thing. So what do you think? What should she do?
I would agree. Like, I think y'all both need to sit down and have a conversation. Be like, yo, like, I'm tired of cleaning up your piss. What's going on?
Right.
Like,
Step one.
Yes.
Make him help you.
Acknowledge it. Another thing too, like if it is that situation to where he does it subconsciously, but he knows he doesn't help to clean it up, or he leaves it like, oh no, like you obviously know if you piss the bed or not.
All day.
You obviously
gotta take
know.
those wet underwear off.
Yes. Like what do you think that is? And so that aspect of it, as far as like if it's a repetitive, ongoing thing, and you're just willingly cleaning it up every time, like girl, leave.
He's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, sure you gotta keep leaving him on the table, right? Because if he's peeing the bed, not helping clean it up, not acknowledging it.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh because that
And
is
again,
like a
for
real
you
thing.
guys who suffer it and are actively working on
Go to
it,
the doctor.
we're excluding
We're not talking
you.
about you.
We're excluding you from this. We're the ones that are in denial. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is, if he's doing that, what else is he doing or not doing at home? So if he's not helping you with anything else, cooking, cleaning, any of that stuff, then I mean, you're really running out of reasons to stay.
Honestly.
And I'm not a person that's saying, hey, leave at anything. Like she says, if you sneeze wrong, she's out. I like to look at it from both perspectives, because if my partner was peeing the bed, ignoring it, making me cleaning it, and not acknowledging it, I mean, I'd have to say, hey, baby, at some point, I mean, are you just in it? Should I wear swimming trunks to bed? You know, we're going to have the conversation one way or the other, right? So, I mean, in y'all's opinion, do you feel like this gentleman is not acknowledging or not helping with other things as well? Or you think he's perfect in every other area except this?
No, I think that's definitely a habit of like that translating to other areas as far as like household work or taking care of their child. Like it kind of seems like she's already doing everything else, so he's just gonna let her not help her.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I agree.
Girl, leave.
How?
You got 2 leaves and me, maybe. Depends. Depends like the diaper.
If you won't even wipe your own ass, what makes you think he's changing diapers? What makes you think he's picking up and folding laundry?
Exactly.
If he can't wipe his own ass.
Young, you know, you said a young kid. Sorry about that. Bam. You got a young kid. At the end of the day, you guys are both going. You might still be dealing with postpartum depression.
Yeah.
He might be dealing with a similar thing, and that's how his output is because he's had that pee issue in the past.
Yeah.
Maybe how that he's reacting to it. But you guys are a couple and a family, so you guys need to definitely have a conversation about it. Because, you know, even though we're never going to tell your secrets, you definitely should know each other's secrets within your own home and be comfortable enough to have that kind of conversation, in my opinion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
agreed.
Yeah, not everything. All right, so that wasn't a bad one. So we got the advice from the crew. So again, if you're 2 out of 3, then you're gonna get left, man. Make sure you save your marriage. Drum roll, please. Alexis, roll in some drum roll right here. Uh-oh. That looks like a good one.
Okay, asshole for not moving out of the property my parents gave me so that my
Golden child.
golden child, sister, her husband, and kid can move in.
Okay.
Immediately no.
Immediately, no.
Immediately no.
Yeah.
Do you have the full story on that one too?
I do.
Listen to the whole 411 story from
First
Alexis
off,
Madrid.
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She said
Immediately
no. I'm gonna say yes, but I want to.
I said no.
That's all right. So 2 no's and a yes. So I'm gonna give the dissenting opinion, but let's hear the details and we'll all say why.
Female, sister, 31 female, was the first among 4 siblings to have a kid, 5 female. My niece is incredibly spoiled by my sister, our parents, and extended family, and my parents bend over backwards for my sister's requests. This spring, my boyfriend and my rock in my life passed away. At the same time, I lost my job and I had a lot going on, so I moved back to my hometown. My parents own a rural property they used to rent out. The property had been empty for a while and fairly run down. My parents invited me to stay there, rent-free, told me it was my home for as long as I needed. I invested a lot of time and money. I even found a remote gig into getting the house fixed up. I also made friends with a girl named Olha, a Ukrainian refugee with a young daughter. Olha was struggling and I invited her to stay with me for a couple of months while she gets back on her feet. I could use the company as well. She was very thankful but hasn't made a firm response yet as she's trying to make things work independently. My parents had no issues with this. Until recent drama, my brother-in-law had been working for a shady company which skirted regulations for profit. The law had caught up with the owner, who folded the company and left the country. A few other things went down and my sister's family abruptly moved to our hometown, moving in with my parents. Almost immediately, my parents and sister approached me to swap. I move in with our parents and my sister and her family take my place. They said the house I lived in was too large for just one person and I'd be so much better for my niece to live on a beautiful property in nature. I don't understand. My parents have 2 guest rooms. My sister and brother-in-law and the kid would all have their own bedrooms. I sure didn't at 5 years old. My brother-in-law is also still loaded from his old job and could easily get them a place too, considering they just bought a flashy car.
Okay.
When I mentioned my work on my property, I was dismissed. When I reminded them about Olha, the Ukrainian refugee, my parents were outraged. I was still intent on helping someone else and their child and not my own sister and niece. They kept making my sister's situation to be just as bad as Olha's. Eventually, it came down to my parents saying, "You're living on our property, you'll do as we want." I said, "Well, you gave it to me, and this is my house as well. And you told me it would be my house for as long as I needed. But if you want to talk property terms and not family terms, evict me." Yet my parents are not evicting me, but I receive daily calls and messages from them and extended family guilt-tripping me and calling me an asshole for not giving up the more comfortable space to my sister, who is in such a difficult situation, and she has a little child. I feel like I am taking crazy pills. Am I the asshole?
Yes. Yes. I'm going to start this one off, okay? I'll let you ladies start this one. Okay. Yes, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? So first and foremost, God comes first, then family. So if you are helping a friend, that's great. But if your sister has now fallen onto rough times, which again, I understand the husband was, balling and had, shady company. That means they fell on hard times like you did when your husband passed away, and we're sorry to hear that. Your sister should, and her family and your niece should come above a friend who was just supposed to stay for a couple of months with her daughter. So they should exit out nicely, be like, "Hey, unexpectedly, my sister and her husband and my niece, they just lost their job. They're having to move to town. I'm going to need you to go ahead and, do whatever she was planning on doing anyways, so that my family can move in. I'm sorry," right?
Yeah.
So, I feel like that would be the nicest thing for everybody involved. Now, I don't remember the friend's name, but, I'm not saying, "Hey, get the hell out," but
Well,
hey,
she hasn't even moved in yet.
well then, I'm sorry you're not going to be able to move in because unexpectedly my sister went through problems. You got to always prioritize family over friends,
Always, yeah.
in my opinion. But go ahead and go from there. That's basically what I'm saying. There's more to dig in there for sure. But let's start with that point right there.
I mean, now that I've read it, like at first I was like, no, girl, like
Yeah.
they
Right.
would, you know.
Yeah.
But then also, she did bring up that even though they're on hard times, why is he going around buying a flashy car instead of putting a down payment for a house?
Yeah, she said
So-
that they're so loaded.
So that insinuates that they are not really responsible
Mhm.
with their money.
Yeah.
I got you, but at the same time, you know, outside of her husband passing away, if she's been there long enough, they should be able to work something out. For example,
That's true.
you know, let's say the guy's balling or he's still loaded. If she invested money out there, then they should work something out where that loaded husband should be like, hey,
Pay
we
rent to her.
well, pay rent or maybe buy it from her since it's her house. Work something
Yeah.
out, but it still comes down to the fact that we can't start to judge people when he just bought a car. Well, I mean, maybe he was going to buy a car anyways, but loaded really should just mean, and it can mean different things. Loaded can mean he never has to work again. If it's like that, I don't think they would be needing that property to begin with.
Yeah.
No?
I think so. I'm like in between there. Like at first, when I first heard it, I was like, no. But then you get into the deeper questions because it is like, okay, it's kind of like weighing out the situation. You live alone. You don't have any kids. You don't have a committed relationship, from what they say. But they have a
Yeah,
family.
that's why you bring
Well,
that
he did die. That's kind of
I
messed
forgot,
up.
I forgot.
He died.
up.
That's
No,
one of
how
the
is
reasons
it
she
a
doesn't.
relationship? Obviously.
Because he passed away.
That actually totally slipped my mind.
That's all right.
Okay, that totally
But the
slipped.
fact of the matter, she doesn't have kids
Yes,
still, though.
yes, that is still like the thing. Like you are just one single person, and this is a family that is on hard times, right? I do lean towards
Your
the
family.
other-
Yeah,
yeah,
her
yeah,
family.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. And I do kind of lean towards the fact though, it's like, yeah, if the husband, you know, if he still has money saved up like she describes, right, and she's buying a fancy car, it's like I see the other side of it being like, dude, like don't, you know, manage your money better to get your family its own place, right? Get an apartment.
While you
downsize.
stay here, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like, she,
Okay,
as the owner
yeah.
of the house, definitely has a right to say, hey, come and stay, but
Yeah,
stop buying cars and stuff,
Yeah.
because, you know, this is my house. You guys are welcome to stay temporarily.
yeah,
And then be upfront, converse about it. Say,
Yeah.
are we talking about 3 months, 6 months? And even type up a lease. You know, even
Oh,
though it's
yeah.
family, type up a lease. Hey, we'll do a 6-month lease. You'll, you know, pay rent here,
Mhm.
help cover some of the expenses while
Yeah.
you get your stuff together, get a new job. Because obviously you're going to go out and do it. I just don't want it to turn into a long-term thing.
yeah,
Horrible. Just be
Yeah.
like, hey, you know, you think you need 3 months, 6 months? And I say that a lot, guys, because if you've ever been burned, family will burn you sometimes because they don't ever know where the line is. Even
Yeah.
friends will. So if it's family, say, hey, like Alexis said, hey, come in, move in, let you know, stay for a couple months. How long do you think you'll need? We'll put something down on paper to protect us both.
Yeah.
What do you think you can contribute every month so that, you know, while we're all staying here, we're all pitching in, you know, not being unfair, but being fair. And that way we have an exit plan that we're holding each other accountable for whenever that time period is over.
it is like, it kind of also seems like the sisters may have some
Beef.
yeah,
Right.
because
Yeah,
like,
that
why
golden
wouldn't she?
child thing.
Golden
yes,
child.
Yes.
Why isn't she trying to be aunt of the year if she has no kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Yeah.
bring my niece over here.
Yeah.
I get to spend more time with her. Because I noticed, like,
Mhm.
between the golden child,
Mhm.
the fancy cars, she's obviously throwing shade at her sister or
Yes.
brother-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? You think it's a little mescling of the last story we talked about where maybe the brother-in-law hooked up with a
Oh my god.
and picked the
Oh
other
my
one and
goodness.
she's salty
That's
about it?
Hey.
And unfortunately married her second choice, bless you, who passed away.
Yeah, I feel like coming from like a big family, especially all girls, there's always just tends to be like, I think it's just a common
Competition.
common competition that happens between siblings. And
Sibling rivalry.
yeah, it's like just the golden child and
The black sheep.
Yes, like
Who's the smartest? Who's the most
Yes.
athletic? Who's got the
And
best
so-
grades?
I feel like that's to an extent that's normal with siblings, but there does come a time where lines can kind of be crossed, and like that's when feelings get hurt. That's when the shade throwing starts.
Right.
So
Well,
there's just a little bit of maybe from the looks of it, I don't think that they would be able to move in with each other just by the way that she
The
describes.
tonality
Yes.
is-
Yeah.
well, if that's the case, because she brings up a good point. If your sister needs it shade or not,
Mm-hmm.
then if she's been staying there for a while and living together isn't an option, again, I feel like the friend should come second.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
Move
agree
in
with
with your mom for a month or two and then go get your own spot because you're single, you got a job, you got a career, you found a side gig, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you should be able to, you know, you've already stayed there for a few years. And even if you invested in it, you stayed there for free. So that investment is essentially rent for your parents' property that you fixed up because you got to live there for no charge.
Hey, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's
kind of like saying thank you to her.
Yeah, thank you for, you know, because I even had a cousin that my cousin and her husband, they moved in to one of my aunt's apartments and they needed a little bit of work and they didn't pay rent. They fixed it up. That's a good trade.
That's a pretty good trade.
But if another brother comes in and say, hey, I need the apartment, well, move out, bro. Or move out, girl. Let your brother take advantage of that opportunity to get back on their feet like you did.
Yeah.
Because even if they offered it to you forever, well, maybe they'll will it to you later, but let your sister use it in the meantime.
Yeah.
Let your niece use it in the meantime. Don't be such a bee.
That's it.
A bee. I was doing a bee right here. Bee, like a biatch. I threw up the gang sign. I try not to get mad here. I went like, don't be such a bee, okay? Don't. All right, guys. Well, we did 2 stories today. I think we should wrap it with 2. Episode 2, stories 2. There you go. We do have, make sure that if you're, whatever platform you're watching it on, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. What is our handle on TikTok after all?
It is nevertellyoursecrets.com.
Boom, there you go. All right.
On all platforms.
On all platforms. Okay, cool. So make sure you follow us, like it, share it. And again, make sure you guys email your stories in. What's the email address?
secrets@nevertellyoursecrets.com.
There you go. Any last comments, Bella?
No, I think so. It was fun. I'm glad we were able to fit in 2 stories today.
I know.
Me
that's
too.
Great.
Any last comments, Alexis?
For the first story, for the guy that pees the bed, get it together.
Please.
Depends.
Depends, yes.
We're gonna get some sponsorships up in here because last time it was Trojan,
It was true.
the condoms.
Oh yeah.
Remember the first story? So they're like, send the money, Trojan, and now it's adult diapers. Depends. But if you're full blown just peeing yourself
That's crazy.
when you go to bed, bro, and not helping to clean up, she's gonna leave you.
Go to the doctor, get that checked out, definitely.
Take some medicine.
Because that could be a problem with your prostate for men.
Yeah.
That could
Take
be
some
a
saw
prostate problem.
palmetto. That helps prostate. I'm serious.
Sponsor
Look it
us.
up. Sponsorship, GNC, boom, vitamins. All right.
And then for the second one, just communication, girl. This is your family you're talking about. It's your mother, it's your sister, it's your niece. Have a conversation. Like John said, write up a contract. Just communicate. You're making it so much more difficult than it needs to be.
Agreed.
Agreed.
All right, guys. Episode 2. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and we'll see you for episode 3 next week.
Bye.